Midterm section B. So let's see question 11. Calculate the following question using multiplication skills. So let's see the first one. 9 times 20 times 25. So let's see which one is the special number. We know 25 is the special number and we want to find its partner. So the partner should be 4. And where can we get the 4? We can only get the 4 from 20. So we can change it into 9 times 5 times 4 times 25. So here we can do 4 times 25 first, which is 100, and 9 times 5, which is 45. So the answer here should be 4,500. And second one, 3 times 125 times 24. So here the special number is 125, and we want to find the partner 4. So 4 we can find it from 24. So the partner is 8. So 8 we can find it from 24, which is 8 times 3. So here 3 times 125 times 8, we can do this part first, which is 1000, and then times 3 times 3 equals to 1000 times 9. So the final answer here should be 9,000. And then let's move on to the question 12. So still use the multiplication skills. So here 125 is the special number. Let's try to find 8. And we see 37 is also a special number. We learned about 37 times 3 equals to 111. So can we find an 8 and a 3? So here we can see, yes, 24 can be split into 8 times 3. So we copy down everything else. Now we can do this part, which is 1000. And then this part is 111. So the final answer should be 111000. So that is the final answer. Now let's move on to the question 13. So here we know 68 times 8 equals to 544. And we want to use this to find out the answer of 68 times 24. So here let's copy down the thing we want to know and try to find the relationship between the thing we already know. So we see 68 changes to 68, it doesn't change. And the 8 changes to 24, it times 3. So same, we should times 3 on the right hand side of the equal mark. So here we should use 544 times 3, which equals to 1632. So the final answer here should be C. And now let's move on to the question 14. So Alan and William are collecting some stamps. William has 6 times as many stamps as Alan does, and they have a total of 63 stamps. How many stamps does William have? So this question is some multiple word problem. So we can draw the line segment diagram to help us. So first we know Alan should be the one line segment or the union line segment. And for William, it's 6 times as many as Alan. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 same line segments. And in total, we know is 63. So now we can find out 7 line segments equals to 63. So 1 line segment equals to 63 divided by 7, which equals to 9. And then we are asking for William. So here, William, you can see we have 6 line segments in total. So the answer should use 6 times 9, which equals to 54. So the final answer for this question should be 54. Then let's move on to the question 15. So the perimeter of a rectangle is 40 centimeters. Its length is 3 times as long as the width. Find the area of the rectangle. So here it is still some multiple word problem, but based on the rectangle. So we know width is always the smallest one. Let's write a 1 line segment. The length is 3 times of it. So here we have 1, 2, 3. But this time be careful. The sum is not 40. So it should be 40 divided by 2 equals to 20, because here we only have 1 length and 1 width in the diagram. So now we can see 4 line segments equals to 20. 1 line segments equals to 20 divided by 4, which equals to 5. So we know that width is 5. And for length, here we have 5 times 3, which equals to 15 centimeters. So here, let me draw a rectangle. So here, a rectangle, we should have the length is 15 centimeters. The width is 5 centimeters. So here, the area should be length times width, which is 15 times 5, equals to 75 centimeters squared. So the final answer should be 75 centimeters squared. And now let's move on to question 16. Count the number of squares in the figure below. So here we're focusing on counting shapes, and this time we're counting squares. So remember, we start from the 1 by 1 square. So in a row we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 in a row. And how many rows like that? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 rows like that. So we use 5 times 4. And then what we need to do is count it in descending order. So then we have 4 times 3, and then plus 3 times 2, and then plus 2 times 1. So until we get 1, we stop here. So now we need to find out the sum of it. 5 times 4 equals to 20. And then 4 times 3 equals to 12. 3 times 2 equals to 6. And plus 2. See here, we can find out the final answer. So 6 plus 2, which is 8. 8 plus 12 is 20. So 20 plus 20, the final answer here should be 40. So the answer for question 16 is 40. Now let's move on to question 17. So count the number of triangles in the figure below. So this is counting the triangles. So here we can see it cut from the side. So we know that we should ignore the line first. So if we ignore the line first, let's see the whole layer, the blue whole layer. So we know for the triangles, we count the identical triangle first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, and then we still do the descending order until 1. So it's 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals to 10. And then let's add the line back. So now we have a upper layer. So for the upper one, we still count it from the identical. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here same. We have 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals to 10. And then the final answer, we are doing addition. So whole layer plus upper layer here is 20. So the final answer for this question should be 20 triangles. And then let's move to the question 18. So which of the following years is a leap year? So we know for the leap year, the last 2 digits must be the multiple of 4. So we can see 16 is in the 4 times table. It equals to 4 times 4. So the right answer here should be B. And then question 19. If today is Monday, what day of the week will 24 days later be? So here our first step is try to find there are how many whole weeks in 24 days. So we're using division. 24 divided by 7 equals 3 and a remainder 3. So the remainder 3 means 3 actual days after Monday, which should be Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. So here Thursday is 3 days after Monday. So here the correct answer should be B. And then question 20. If 3rd of May is Friday, what day of the week is 19th of May? So here we need to find first there are how many days between 19th and 3rd. So our first step, let's use 19 minus 3 equals to 16 days. Second step, let's also find there are how many whole weeks in 16 days. 16 divided by 7 equals 2 and a remainder 2. So remainder 2 extra days after Friday. It should be Saturday and then Sunday. So the correct answer should be Sunday, and it should be A. Then let's move on to the question 21. So Shirley finds that 8 orange weigh as much as 10 strawberries. How many strawberries weigh as much as 12 oranges? So first, let's change the words into equation. So we know 8 orange equals to 10 strawberry, and we want to know how many strawberries equals to 12 oranges. So here we can see the known object in both equations is orange, but there's no direct relationship between 8 and 12. So here we need to do one more step to do the simplify. So let's see, can we simplify this equation? We find out if we divide it by 2 on both hand sides, we can change the equation into 4 oranges equals to 5 strawberries. And now 4 and 12, there are a multiple relationship between it. So we use 4 times 3 equals to 12. Then we should do it the same on the right hand side. 5 times 3 equals to 15. So the final answer for this question should be C, 15. And then let's move on to question 22. If 14 lemons can be exchanged for 2 watermelons, 9 watermelons can be exchanged for 3 pineapples, how many lemons can 1 pineapple be exchanged for? So this question we are having 2 equations, so let's write it out first. First one is 14 lemons can be changed for 2 watermelon, and the 9 watermelon can be changed for 3 pineapples. How many lemons can 1 pineapple be exchanged for? So here, write out the 2 equations. We want to find the relationship between pineapple and lemons, but we do not have it directly. But we know the relationship between watermelon and them. So let's put watermelon as a bridge. So we want to make the bridge same. So here, how can we make them same? The most easy way is to times them together. So 2 times 9 equals to 18, which means we want to make the watermelon both into 18. So for the first equation, we're times 9. The same on the left hand side, 14 times 9, which equals 126. So 126 lemon equals to 18 watermelons. And for the second equation, 9 changes to 18, we're times 2. So same on the right hand side, we times 2, which equals to 6 pineapples. So the orange equation is the new thing we get, but we only need to focus on the relationship between pineapple and lemons. So let's write out 126 lemon equals to 6 pineapple. So here what we need to do is to find out how many lemons equals to 1 pineapple. So we can see 6 changes to 1, we divide it by 6. Same, we divide it by 6 on the left hand side. 126 divided by 6 should be 21. So the final answer for this question should be 21. And then let's move on to question 23. Shirley is 8 years old this year. Alan's age is 4 times as old as Shirley. The age difference between Shirley and Alan 4 years ago was. So here the question we know is asking about age difference, and we learned that age difference never change. So here actually a trap in the question. We do not need to find out the age of Shirley and Alan 4 years ago. We only need to focus on the age now. So now we know Shirley is 8 years old. And how about Alan? Alan is 4 times as old as Shirley, so it should be 4 times 8 equals 32. And then the age difference should be 32 minus 8, which equals to 24. So the final answer for this question should be D. And then let's move on to the last question. 2 years ago, the combined age of William and Una was 12 years old. What will their combined age be in 3 years? So here we're asking about the combined age. So we have 2 characters, and let's use the table method. So first let's write down Una and then William. And what we know is 2 years ago, the sum of them is 12 years old. And then let's see, how about now? So for now, Una should add 2 years old, and time is fair for everyone, so William add 2 years, and then in total they're adding 4 years. So 12 add 4, it should be 16. And then we're asking in 3 years, so let's write out in 3 years. From now, Una should add 3 years old, and for William, still 3 years old. But in total, they're adding 3 times 2, which equals 6. So 16 plus 6, which equals to 22. So in 3 years, their age combined should be 22 years old.